You have your timer on, right?
I will set it once I stop.
Once it starts. Perfect. Thank you, honey.
There we go.
Can you see me?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Seems
Got a couple people coming
Yeah,
in.
hello everybody. Welcome, welcome. How's everybody today? There's a couple. All right. Well, we can start now. What are you laughing?
Just a few people coming in now.
Okay. We can start now. So hi guys, I'm Rebecca Dragonheart and I am a psychic medium. I have been doing my work now for almost 30 years. It's crazy. Since 1993. So how it works here on my live, ask your question, give me a few minutes. If I haven't responded, feel free to ask again, but please don't spam me, okay? Also, you can find me on Instagram and YouTube. If you have an obscure username, please just put your initials or your name in with your question. You guys can go ahead and start asking questions. I see that you already have, but you know.
All right. Our first question is from Nicole, and she asks, should I reschedule my February cruise to April?
Yes. Yeah. It's going to be very complicated if you try to go in February. Okay. So April will be a lot easier.
All right.
Yeah.
Nina asks, is Shane's spirit around me a lot?
Yeah, I do feel that there's 3 energies with you, so it feels like you have some family members that have also crossed over, honey, and it feels like they all kind of take turns checking in on you. Shane, I feel, is usually the one that you're feeling later in the evening, so late at night, that's who I feel is around you, and sometimes quite early in the morning as well, okay? You can usually tell the difference because, well, basically the first thing I would do when you feel the energies around you is just check in and ask, who is this? Because sometimes it's not Shane, okay? Oh, thanks, honey.
All right. Ellison asks, will I find love this year?
Yeah, I hear in April, so that's pretty quick. Came through really loud.
All right. Lori asks, how do you see my nonprofit working out?
So I do see that it is going to work out. It's going to take a little bit longer than you were hoping. And I do feel that you are going to need somebody to work with you. So it looks like you're going to have to collaborate with somebody. Okay, honey? So it's not going to be quite as quick as you were thinking for the success aspect of it. But I do feel that it is going to work out. Okay. So just be patient with it.
Yeah. All right. Next question.
Yeah.
Alexandra asks, will I go to my home-based university in the fall?
Yes, yeah, there's no pushback on that at all, okay? And I do feel that you will have the opportunity for 2 different places, but I would definitely take that one. Oh, thank you, honey.
All right. We did get a few more people on if you want to go over everything.
Sure. Hi, guys. I'm Rebecca Dragonheart, and I am a psychic medium. I've been doing my work now since 1993. So I have set things up a little bit differently here. So if you do want to book a reading with me, you can do that through my Linktree, which you can find on my Instagram and also here on my TikTok up at the top, okay? And it is first come, first serve. I do book up pretty quickly after my lives, though, okay? So... all right. Also, ask your question. Please don't spam me. Just ask it. Give me a few minutes. If I haven't responded, then feel free to ask again. But just don't spam me, okay, guys? All right?
All right. Robert asks, is Evita going to get a record deal?
Oh, yeah. I do feel that it is going to happen. Now, it feels like it might be a little bit... slow in the beginning, but I see in 2023 there's an explosion when it comes to success. Okay, so it is definitely going to be a good experience. Yay! Aw, thank you, honey.
All right. Bernadette asks, will Yusuf reconcile with me soon?
So I hear that there is going to be talks, but full-on reconciliation doesn't feel like it's going to happen. And it may be that you guys just can't come to the same space, okay? Doesn't mean that there won't be some amicableness with the relationship. So I do feel that there is going to be some communications that's happening, but you guys aren't going to be able to reconcile is what I hear. It does feel like somebody else is coming into your experience and that's coming within the next 4 months for you. Okay.
All right, next question.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Emma asks, will I get engaged this year with my current boyfriend?
Oh, I didn't hear this year. Sorry. It's going to be a couple of years still. So I feel like your current boyfriend is just a little scared. So be patient. Don't be too pushy about it because the relationship is definitely sound, but I feel like it's a scary step for him. Okay. So just be patient.
All right, next question.
Yep.
Sadaf asks, any message from my dad?
So first thing I hear, super proud of you, watches over you, definitely making sure things go smoothly for you. So I do feel that with your dad, the way that his energy comes through is like, I'm very protective and he watches everything. So he is pretty scrutinizing about anything that is not working in the right way for you, and he is going to step in, is what he tells me. Okay, he does make a lot of noise, so I do hear that there's like knocking and you'll hear sounds in your space, so start trying to pay attention to that. And he does say that he plays with the lights in your house. Okay, so that's when he lets you know that he's around. Okay.
All right.
Oh, thanks, honey.
Carolina asks, will I have kids with Rudolph in the future?
Yeah, I do hear that it is going to happen. Now, there might be some need for a little intervention or some kind of help that way. So you may need to get your body in a different state, but I definitely see that there will be 2. Okay.
All right.
Some husband. All right.
Yes.
Wow, it jumped up a lot, hey?
Yes, it did. This person asks, are you doing readings to connect with past loved ones? So
yeah, you can definitely. I do both. Do all of it.
All right. Simone asks, will I move into an apartment this year?
Yeah, I do hear that it's going to happen, and it feels like it's going to happen within like the next 6 months. So it feels like you're getting set up. So things are really falling into alignment, and you're setting things up. So within the next 6 months, it's going to happen. Okay, honey?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it did jump up a lot.
It did, yeah.
All right. Hannah asks, anything from my uncle?
So he doesn't come around too much with you, and I feel like it's because there's a lot of people in his life that he does check in on. But he says, I'm there anytime that they talk about me, think about me, or are like reminiscing. So he does visit. He was there during Christmas. He wants to say, like, so he has been around you during the holidays. And just, I don't know why he's saying rabbits are important. So that's something I guess he's going to use to show you that he's around. Okay. Oh, thanks, guys. So just really pay attention, and anytime you talk about him, he pops in, is what I hear. But he does definitely visit a lot of people. Okay. Thank you, you guys. That was very sweet.
All right. This is exciting. Heather says, you predicted I would be pregnant again in 2021. Just found out I'm pregnant.
Yay.
Will be healthy.
Yes, honey, definitely. I don't feel that there's going to be any issues there. Now, you may be a little bit sick with morning sickness and things like that. So just take it easy, okay? But I feel everything's going to run smoothly for it. Okay. Congrats.
All right. Petra asks, hi, any messages from my mom or anyone else, please?
So I feel your mom does pop in, but there's a male energy with you that it feels has been with you for a while. So it feels like they've been there a long time. This is somebody who crossed over, doesn't feel like a family member, just feels like somebody important to you. Your mom does come in and check on you, and she's there again. You know, I feel she sees you more, comes in kind of the dream time. It's the easiest way for them to communicate with us when they've crossed over and we're not really aware of how to communicate with them. So she does come to you during your sleep time. So if you are remembering your dreams, I would keep a record of it, because usually there's a lot of information coming from them. Okay. And one thing is really enjoy yourself, honey. Enjoy your life. Life is too short. And that's the message that I get to give you. Okay. Life is too short. So really enjoy it. Okay.
All right. Maya or Mia asks, how does Jerome feel about me? When will we be in a relationship?
So Jerome actually has feelings for you. So I'm not 100% sure why you guys are not already having some kind of a relationship. It feels like maybe a little bit shy on his side, or just a bit apprehensive. So make the first move. Don't wait for him, right? I know you're old-fashioned that way, but sometimes they need you to do it too. So ask him for a coffee, right? Simple. All right.
Heather asks, any messages from my sister?
Oh, yeah. So I hear her very, very lovely energy. I'm going to say that right away. She's very musically inclined and very joyous in your energy space. So when she comes around, it's to uplift you. She seems to be around you a lot when you're feeling bad or feeling low about life. And I mean, she checks in on you very frequently. So she is around anytime that you're talking about her. I feel her. She's like here, like right here, right with you, and you can feel her presence, and it almost feels like you get the shiveries, or you'll get like goosebumps. You'll feel, that's, I don't know how to explain it. I guess sort of like the tickle, and that's her way of letting you know that she's there, and it's on your right side is where I feel her. She stands there quite often. Okay, so I mean, honey, she's really a joy. The energy about her is about bringing you happiness. Okay, so she doesn't want to see you upset or sad. So anytime that you are in that state, she's definitely the first one there to help lift your spirits. Okay, and she's showing me doves, so I'm just gonna say birds are a sign for her, but doves in particular. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This person asks, Chad here, do you think my wife and I will get pregnant with our second child soon?
Yeah, I do hear that it will happen this year. I'm feeling more in the summer though. Okay, so it's still a little bit away, but timing is everything. And I talked about this on my last live. It's really important that you understand that it has to be the alignment of, what sign that child wants to come into this world to be, right? And so that's a big part of it. So it's not always what we want, it's what the spirit needs.
All right. You did jump up quite a bit if you want to go
on. Oh, hello. Yes, wow. Welcome, everybody. My name is Rebecca Dragonheart, and I am a psychic medium. I have been doing my work now since 1993. I am doing one-on-one readings. You can book with me. Now, I do it a little bit different now, so I have it in my Linktree up at the top of my TikTok and also on my Instagram, so you can find me there. And you can just book right directly from there. It's a lot more secure that way, okay? Aw, thanks, guys. Also, if you have a question, ask your question. Please don't spam me, though, so give me a few minutes. If I haven't responded, then you can go ahead and ask again. And if you have an obscure username, just put your initials or your name in with your question, okay? Did I get it all?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Rhonda Lappenbush, I believe, asks, I lost a nephew recently. Josh, does he have any messages? It was messed up causes and we haven't spoken.
Yeah, so I do feel that Josh has tried to visit you. In your dreams mostly is where I hear that there is. It feels like there's a little bit of discord with the family or something going on with the family that is around this. And I think the biggest message that I get from him and the biggest thing that he wants you to know is don't hang on to that. Don't hang on to the guilt and let go of how you're feeling about the situation, because it's over now, and it's really irrelevant. Once he crossed over, he realized how silly the whole situation is. Okay, so it's just love that he wants to share with you guys, and he wants there to be peace and balance in the family is really what he's focusing on. Okay, I hope that helps. All right. And thanks for the gift.
Davina asks, will me and Augustine have a rainbow baby? Thank you.
Yeah, I do hear that it's going to happen about 7 months from now, though, okay? So it's still a little bit away. Okay, that would be, what are we in? So January to February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So it's summertime.
All right. Melina asks, will Nino reach out soon?
Yeah, be patient. That's the thing I need to really say. And what you can do is meditate and just send out love energy, okay? That helps people to be a little more relaxed about things, okay?
All right. Amy asks, will my partner and I live with one another? Rent is so expensive.
It will happen eventually, but not yet. So take your time with that. Don't jump the gun is what I hear to tell you, okay? So don't make it happen too fast, because you guys are both in different places right now, and it wouldn't work out if you do it right now, okay? So it's really important that you be patient, but it will happen, okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Christy asks, any messages from my recently passed over mom?
Oh, yeah. Honey, so first I want to say don't stop being sad, because there's a lot of sadness around you, and that's what you're being told, and what I'm being told to tell you is don't hold on to the sadness, okay? Crossing over is a difficult thing for us, not for them. And what I hear with your mom is she's fine now, and she's able to watch over you in a way that she wouldn't have been able to do so prior And so she's there for you, okay? And she's not going to miss the things that you think she's going to miss. And that's one thing she wants me to tell you as well. So she's going to be there for the big events, the big life events that you think that she's not going to be a part of, okay? She's really around you a lot. And she keeps showing me, this like purple, like lavendery color. And she just emanates that, this like peaceful, loving energy. So honey, she's with you, okay? Really listen for her. And she tells me she does use music with you. So there are specific songs that make you think of her, and that is her way of validating that it is her, okay? All right.
All right. Caitlin asks, will me and my family move to a new state soon?
Yeah, it will happen, but I hear October. So I know that's probably not as soon as you were thinking, but I'm hearing October is when it's going to fall. Everything's going to, get in alignment for you guys, okay?
All right. Cheryl Denise asks, does my mother have a message for me?
Honey, very proud of you. And wow, you're a strong woman. And, you have shown a character that I guess your mom wasn't really expecting of you. So she's extremely proud of who you've become and is definitely a big part of your experience as well. She hears you. She wants me to tell you that. So she does hear you communicating with her. Keep doing that. The more we communicate with the other side, honey, the easier it is for them to communicate back, okay? She will visit you if you want her to, day or night. You tell her. She's very open and receptive to being a part of your experience if you want her to, okay? She tells me she does send you birds, so pay attention to that. You see them when you're talking about her or thinking about her. You'll see a lot of birds come to you. So just pay attention to that, okay, honey? And really, she's very proud of who you are. Like the strength that you have is the thing that she keeps pressing on me. All right?
All right. Autumn asks, is my pet okay that passed?
Oh, yeah, honey. It's so funny. People ask about animals, and they're with us even as much as our family members are, because they are our family, right? And they follow us as well. And they're going to be there when we cross over, and they're going to always be a part of our experience. So I do feel that your pet didn't really leave. It feels like as soon as the body gave out, your pet was with you, and following you around, and just follows you everywhere, and still very much a part of your experience. And I don't know if you've already gotten another animal, but I do hear that you're going to have another one come in that is going to help with that, okay?
All right. Marissa asks, will I have any new job opportunities come up this month?
Not this month, but I do feel that within the next 4 months, yes. And it feels like there's a really big opportunity, and it's going to be a little bit, how do I put this? It's different than what you're expecting. And so you're going to be hesitant. And I feel like I really want to tell you, take the opportunity, because it's not something that you're fully skilled in, but it's something you're going to learn all the skills with. So don't be afraid of it, is what I hear to tell you, okay? And I feel almost like you're going to be headhunted. It's like, oh, this person absolutely has what we're looking for, and you're going to have an opportunity given to you, okay? So take it.
All right. Larissa asks, is there any message for my grandpa Jerry?
Oh, yeah. So it's funny because he presents himself like he's very laid back individual, and he's sitting in a rocking chair is what he's showing me. It's so funny. And I don't know if he smokes a pipe or what it is, but he's putting something to his mouth. Like I see him putting something to his mouth, and he's rocking, and he's just like a very relaxed energy. The way that he feels is like I keep an eye on everybody, but I'm not intrusive, so I'm not going to be pushy with my energy. So he doesn't come in and like move things out of your space or anything like that, but he's just there kind of watching. And again, another one that is around as soon as you guys talk about him or reminisce about him, he just sits back and listens to the stories. Like he's very much present. Okay, so it's fun.
All right.
You can ask for signs. So if you want him to send you a specific sign, you can ask for that, okay? So like, okay, if you're here, turn off the light or blink the light or whatever, that kind of thing, okay? And he will do that for you. All right?
All right, next question.
You bet.
Gabby asks, will I become successful in Reiki?
Yeah, I see you actually doing more than Reiki. So you're going to be doing Reiki, but you're also getting into things like touch therapy, reflexology, and I also hear the quantum healing, which I think is great. It is just multidimensional, okay? So what I do see is going to happen with you is you're going to get yourself in with an alternative healing place. I don't know what we call those, but like a medical facility, but for alternative healing. So I do see that happening this year for you. Okay, if you're not already doing it, it's going to happen fairly quickly, is what I hear. Okay, so open and receptive, but I do see you still training. So there's more training coming. Sorry. All right.
All right. Leanne asks, am I going to hear from Adam soon? If so, when?
Yeah, so I hear about 3 months, and I don't know why it's 3 months, but there's some I need to collect myself and I need to get in the right headspace before I reach out, is how it feels. Okay, so just be patient. Again, sometimes it takes people a little bit of time to get over themselves. The best way to put it, okay? Oh, thanks, honey.
All right. Justine Lissy asks, do you connect with babies? I wish I could connect with my 5-month-old baby.
So absolutely, honey. Babies, it doesn't matter what age they are, I can definitely feel. And I do hear, what ends up happening, and this is a really interesting thing, is sometimes when babies cross over, they don't stay babies. They'll go to about 3 years old is how they will present themselves. And I hear that with you. So it's like, I can hear footsteps and running around and giggling and, keep an eye out, because I see that there are little handprints on the walls and stuff. So I want you to start watching out for that, okay? And what you're going to see is your little one is going to let you know that they're around. And I do feel they're coming back to you, okay? So you haven't lost that soul, okay? It just wasn't the right timing, and the body wasn't the right body, okay?
All right. Emily asks, when will I get a job opportunity?
Oh, it's going to be about 3 months for you, honey, okay? For what you're looking for. You could go and get any kind of job, but what you're looking for, it feels like it's not going to present until about 3 months from now, okay?
All right.
All right.
Wendy asks, should I stay where I am or should I search for something new?
So with you, it feels like for now, yes, but I do hear by next year you're going to be switching. You're going to be moving it on, and you're going to be having a different experience altogether when it comes to your career and your life path, okay? So stay where you are for now. It's where you're meant to be for now, okay? Because it's stability enough. All right?
All right. It jumped up a bit if you want to go over everything.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So my name is Rebecca Dragonheart, and I am a psychic medium. I have been doing my work now since 1993. I do provide one-on-one readings. So if you're looking to do a reading with me, you can just find my link in my my bio. Thank you. In the Linktree. It's a new thing that I just did, so that's why I fumbled that a little bit. So it's a little bit more secure because it takes you directly to where you can just pay. And it is first come, first serve. And yeah, there we go. Also, if you are asking a question, just give me a few minutes. If I haven't responded, I will respond, but please don't spam me, okay? So you can ask your question again if it's been a couple of minutes and you've gone by, but not like over and over and over again, okay? All right.
All right. Mandy asks, am I going to have a baby? When?
Yeah, I do hear it will happen, but it feels like it's still a little bit away. So it's later. It almost feels like it's about 2 years from now, honey. So it's not this year, okay? So be patient. Timing is everything, and you need to be in a better place is what I'm hearing, okay?
All right. Tony asks, will I reconnect with my friend that I had a falling out with?
Yeah, you will. And, time really has a lot to do with it, but also you've grown as an individual and they've grown as an individual. So don't be worried that it's never going to happen, but you still have to give a little bit of time is what I'm hearing. So a little bit more waiting, but it is going to happen. So yay, that's good. I feel like you guys are going to end up like bumping into each other somewhere, and then, you're not even going to reminisce about what has happened, and you're just going to move forward from there. Okay. Keep me posted.
All right. Dorothy, I believe, from Denmark asks, hi, will I find love soon, and do I have any gifts?
Yeah, so one, you're an empath, honey. Very, very sensitive. You feel what people are feeling, and you can really read people well. And what I'm hearing for you is this is your year for finding your perfect match. So this is the year for you to find your vibrational match, and not just in relationship to romance, but also in people. Okay, so you've been working on yourself, and you're working towards that goal of having the right people come into your life. And I just want you to know that the universe has heard you, source has heard you, and that is happening for you this year. Okay, so yay. It was a very good year for you. All right.
Heather Presley09 says, hi, Rebecca, you predicted my relationship last year. Engaged.
Yay!
Will we marry 2022 and win custody?
So I hear it's going to actually end up being postponed, probably due to COVID. So I'm going to say early 2023, okay? And custody, yeah, I do feel it's not going to be 100% though, unfortunately. Sorry. So you'll get majority is what I hear. Okay, but congratulations.
All right.
All right.
1 minute.
I'm gonna take a sip while you do that.
All right. Alexis asks, when will I succeed in modeling?
So you have to get yourself out there in a different way. How you're doing it isn't enough, is what I'm hearing. So it's like getting yourself out there on social media and different platforms, okay, honey? Not just through, if you're just going through a specific, what do they call those? Modeling agency. Mm-hmm. Yeah, get yourself out there a little bit more is what I hear, and it will be successful for you this year if you really do the work that you need to do. Okay.
All right. Marilyn asks, will I get a record deal in 2022?
So I heard early 2023, so it's more towards the end of this year, but yes, it will happen. And the thing is, honey, you're doing everything right. Okay, it's just a matter of timing for you. Okay. So don't be hard on yourself when things aren't moving as quickly as you want, because you can see the end result. You know where it's going to be. So just be patient and just know that it is going to happen, but it's more towards the beginning of next year. Okay.
All right. Kimmy asks, should I use my gifts for income?
Yeah. 100%. And not only that, but you're also very artistic, honey. So you need to be using that side of yourself as well. Okay. You have healer energy. They're showing me hands, which is always showing me that you should be working with your hands and you should be healing people. You should be working on that energy. Okay. So if you don't already have Reiki or massage or something like that, go learn some of that. Okay. Because it's really more in alignment with who you are. And you're very able to read people the way that I'm reading people as well. You just haven't given yourself the opportunity to do it. All right.
All right. Angela asks, was Taylor meant for me and will he come back in the future? And am I an empath?
So I actually hear the name Aaron, and Taylor was meant for you at that moment, but you are changing and you are not going to be able to go back to that energy, honey, because that's not who you are. You've moved into a new vibration of who you are supposed to be. You're more than an empath. I'm going to just tell you you're a starseed. So I don't know if you know much about starseeds. Go Google that. There's a lot of information. There's actually a quiz you can take. So Google starseed quiz and it'll tell you how much of a starseed you are. But when you come in here into this world as a starseed, you're here to do some big work, honey. And you know, some of the ways that you know if your starseed is, you know, you feel like you are here to do something big. You know you have a mission, but you don't know exactly what it is. You're very sensitive and psychic in your way. Sometimes we feel like our family is not our real family, like they've adopted us and we're not really from their family gene pool because we're so different from them. Very intellectual. We think about life differently. We're just outside of ourselves a little bit, you know. So there's a lot of different things that you can look up, but that's what you are, honey. Okay. It helps explain a little bit of why you feel not so connected the way that other people seem to feel connected. Okay.
All right. Could you remind people not to spam? Just go over the rules.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just going to remind you guys, please don't spam me. Ask your question. Give me a few minutes. If I haven't responded, then feel free to ask again. It's just that my lives are super busy, and so I want to be able to catch a question because they move really fast when you guys are spamming, okay? Also, if you have an obscure username, just put your initials in or your name in with your question, okay?
All right. This person says, hey ladies, Penny here. Any gifts I should focus on? Trying to learn to channel.
Yeah, and channeling is great. So you have a little bit of reservation because there's a bit of fear there. So what I would suggest with you to start is do automatic writing instead, because with automatic writing, you're only allowing this part of your body to be utilized. So you're allowing the spirit to use your hand, but not take over your entire body, which is a little bit more scary, right? So start there. Start with the automatic writing, but also with channeling. I want you to understand that sometimes you can channel without having to be taken over, right? And so you can just have the information coming in. I hear that you do hear, so you do have clear audience, meaning that you can hear, but there's just a little bit of fear there. So work on the heart. So listen to some heart chakra meditations, whatever you got to do, but work on the heart chakra more than anything. It's going to help open you up to be able to feel a little bit more comfortable about it, okay?
All right. This person says, you're amazing. Please, Samantha, is the person I'm thinking of the one?
Definitely right now is the right vibration for you, but I feel like you change and grow really fast. So they're not going to be able to keep up with you. And that's the only thing. So, and that's kind of been a common theme. So they're right now a good vibration for you, but they're not going to be able to be the vibration you need forever. basically is how it feels. Okay, so that doesn't mean that it's not a worthy or a worthwhile relationship. It just means that don't get your hopes up to the point that this is the only person I can ever be with. Okay, because I do feel that there is going to be, you know, some relationship here and then another one later, because you are just growing and changing really quickly. Okay.
All right. This person says, "Hey ladies, Courtney here. Do you see me having more kids, and when?"
Yeah, I do feel it. I feel like it's only going to be one, and I feel so. They're telling me specifically 14 months. There you go. So 14 months. I don't know if that means 14 months from now you're going to get pregnant, or 14 months from now you're going to have the child. But 14 months is what they're saying. So that's what I got to go with. All right.
All right. Caitlin asks, "Will my companies become successful?"
Mm-hmm. And I like that you say companies. Yes. And I do feel that there is going to be somebody taking notice of what you're doing and offering some assistance. So there's going to be some collaborating that's happening for one of your businesses, one of your companies. Okay. Definitely this is a good year for you. They're showing me you are sowing all your seeds this year, and it is setting the foundation for an amazing experience for the rest of your life, honey. Okay, so just be really open and receptive and ready for that, because you deserve it. Okay.
All right. Alicia asks, "Will Jesus reach out to me anytime soon?"
So he feels stubborn. It feels like you know, I hold back that aspect of myself, so I'm not willing to be open with my feelings. I feel like for you, if you want to have communication, you're going to probably end up reaching out before he does. Okay, just because he feels very stubborn and stuck in his energy, in his thought process. Really, is how it feels. It's like I'm stuck in my own head, and so sometimes we don't move forward with that when we're stuck. Okay. So don't take it to heart, but if you do want to communicate, feel free to reach out. I know that there's a little bit of pride that's happening on both sides here, where, you know, I don't want to do it first kind of feeling, but somebody's got to give. And I feel like he's more stubborn than you, unfortunately. All right. That being said, here, I forgot to mention that I'm on YouTube, and I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys would like to come and subscribe to my YouTube channel, once I hit that 1,000 subscribers, I am going to go live there as well. Okay. And I'm on Instagram, so if you're interested in following me there, you'll get lots of quotes, positive things, inspirational things, a little bit more of my personality there. I mean, I guess here there's a lot of my personality too, but you know, more there too. So I'd love for you guys to come follow me on Instagram as well. All right.
All right. Okay. 1 moment.
Oh, and you can also book a reading with me through my Linktree at the top of my Instagram and also my TikTok. You can click on the Linktree and it takes you right to the booking site. All right.
All right. Okay. Leanne asks, "Do I have a future with James? How does he really feel about me? Thank you."
Yeah, definitely. And what I hear is, so James is not so articulate with his feelings, meaning that he doesn't express them the way that you expect him to express, but I feel that he does really care about you, honey. And it's just a little bit difficult for him to put into words. So he does things with action. That's how he does it. So he'll show you in his ways that he cares about you. Okay, so just know that he does truly have feelings for you. All right. Okay.
Tavinali, I think, says, "You are so awesome. Will I win primary custody of one or both of my kids next?"
So I do feel that it's going to start with one, but then you will end up with both. Okay, so there may be something that has to happen, or something is going to happen before that can become the reality for you. Okay. So I do see one for sure, and then the other one later. All right.
All right. Patricia Wall asks, "Could you please tell me if I have any messages from the other side, such as my mom?"
Mm-hmm. So you have a lot of energy around you, which shows me that you've lost a lot of people. With your mom, she is the primary one that comes through, always there with you, never leaving your side. Like, she's constantly there. She feels very, very present, which means that she's been watching over you since she's passed, okay? It does feel like you have other people in your family, but she's focused her attention completely on you. And she keeps showing me white birds, so I'm just going to tell you, white birds, significant to her and representative of her being around. But I also do hear that there's a certain song or something that she does play for you that it either triggers the memory of her for you, but just it helps you to keep her in your present energy field. Okay, so she's going to show you. She tells me all the time tells me that she's always around and she's been trying to get your attention a lot. She does say she moves things around. So sometimes you'll put something down and you go back and you're like, I'm pretty sure I put it there, and then you'll find it somewhere else. That's her, is what she tells me. So she does that sometimes to help you to believe that she's there. And she does visit you in the dream time. So if you do remember your dreams again, make sure you write them down, because that's usually messages from them. Okay.
All right. Diana says, I love your vibe. Will Brian and I reconcile? If so, when?
So it does feel like you guys have the opportunity to reconcile, but you both need to get over things. So you really need to heal, and you need to be in a better place with each other. I feel it's going to be in the summer before that happens. Okay. You both have to be on the same page this time. If you don't get on the same page and you don't overcome some of these things that have been holding you guys back from having a good relationship, it won't work out, honey. Okay, so really work on yourself. Give yourself that opportunity to heal and recover and work on who you are and who you want to be. Okay, because that's what I'm being stressed to tell you, is who do you want to be? Who do you want to be starting now? Who do you want to be going into 2022 and going forward from there? Once you figure that out, then you can attract that again. Okay.
All right, next question.
Yep.
Holly asks, what are my mom's signals?
So I hear that if for her, definitely plays with the lights. I feel energy in the air, so I can almost feel like the air is static, is the best way to describe it. And she does touch you. She tells me she plays with you. She sends animals, dogs especially. So dogs see her, and I don't know if she was a dog person, but they seem to like her a lot. So they do kind of act a little strange around you, but that's really because she's there. So don't freak out about that. And again, I do see feathers and stuff. So pay attention to finding feathers, just random feathers around you. Okay. She's not old school, so she doesn't leave you coins. It's not her if that's what you're seeing. Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank you, honey.
One moment here. All right. Misty says, hi, what are my gifts?
So Misty, you're very empathic. There you have a lot of music. Very empathic, which means that you can feel what other people are feeling. Telepathic as well, so you do hear people's thoughts and feelings. And I want you to know that, the doubts sometimes that you have, you need to learn to trust, okay? As you get the impression of people right away, you know exactly whether they're good for you or not good for you. It doesn't mean you're judging them as people, you're just judging for you, right? Does this vibration work for me or not? So don't negate that first intuition. And they tell me you do have precognitive dreaming as well. So you do dream the future, is what that means, okay? When you're dreaming something and it gets really loud and it seems really strange, make sure you're keeping a record of it, because it is usually a precog dream. Sometimes we don't realize. I'll give you an example. Like I had a dream that I was in a pirate ship going down the streets in this town and through buildings and things like that. And then I woke up that morning and BC had flooded and the road had gone out. So to me, I took that as being hey, this is what's going on. So sometimes they're not quite as clear, but when you write them down and you look back at it, you're like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what that was telling me. Okay.
All right. So next question.
Yeah.
Dinah asks, conflicted between 9 to 5 / business / my gift. Where do I focus on in 2022?
So for 2022, I hear you're still supposed to focus on the 9 to 5, okay, honey? And that's just so that you can really build up your bank account, okay? But I do hear that this year is really about you learning more about your gifts and really learning how to use your gifts in a positive way. Again, somebody who is a healer, somebody who should be working in energy healing, working with crystals, I hear. So if you can learn about them, or if you already know a lot about them, but learn more. So I do see that you will end up transitioning over to that. But at this point, you need the 9 to 5 is what I hear. Okay, so get yourself skilled this year. Use your time off to grow in the esoteric area. Okay. And you will work in the gifts area for yourself in the future. But I do feel for this year, it's still the 9 to 5, I'm sorry to say.
All right.
Yep.
Giselle asks, will I move on and have a baby?
Yes, I know. So here's the thing. There's a lot of healing that has to happen with you. And I feel like it's a lot of past stuff too. So it's not just recent things, but a lot of past events that you need to really recover from. Okay, honey? So take the time that you need. They're showing me the Hermit, which means that you're meant to do just taking care of you right now and really working on you. So cut off everybody right now and just work on you. I do feel that there is going to be a child in your future, but you need to recover and heal is what I'm hearing. Okay. And it feels emotional. Okay.
All right. Caroline says, new here. Is there any messages that come through of my dad? I miss him so much.
So again, very proud of you, honey. And I feel like, he definitely tries to show you he's around. So he's loud is how it feels. So there's a lot of noise that happens, and especially at night. It almost feels like your house comes to life. That's the best way to describe it. But he has a specific spot in your room that he likes to stand and watch you. And I know that you can feel that, like you feel where he is. You maybe just don't realize that it's him, or you kind of negate it as being real. Again, he does sometimes come and sit on your bed, and he does spend a lot of time trying to get your attention. So the noise is what I hear more than anything. So start paying attention to strange sounds that you're hearing around the house, okay? Because he's loud. But super proud of you, honey. And one of the things I can tell you is the love that he feels for you is just as strong as the love you feel for him, okay? So he's still around. All right.
This person is also new. Anastasia asks, is it really over between me and Lainey?
Yeah, it does feel like it. And here's the thing. Somebody's coming into your life in the next 3 months, honey, okay? And so you need to take this time to let go of the old vibration and the old expectations, because you are not that person that relationship didn't work out because you guys had different ideas and different views and different paths is the best way to put it, okay? But within the next 3 months, I do see somebody coming into your life that is a better vibrational match for you. And it will be this is more of a soulmate energy, okay? So work on letting go, right? I know it's hard, but work on it. Thank you, honey. All right.
All right. All right. Carrie asks, any message for my son, Julian?
So he is a little bit mischievous is the energy that I get. So likes to hide things on you. Definitely moves things around. Also plays with the electricity in the house. So like wrecks the phone, makes the phone freeze, makes the phone turn off, makes the lights flicker, makes the TV go wonky. Like I'm just trying to get you to see that I'm still here. Lively energy. So definitely a lot of personality there is the best way I would describe him. Honey, talk to him. I know you do. And he tells me you do talk to him, but talk to him like he's still there. I always say, put a photo up of the person that you love that has crossed over so that you can say good morning, you can say good night, you can talk to them when you feel like talking to them. And then their energy comes around and they're with us. He likes to fool around. He's really goofy about that kind of stuff. And he definitely plays around in the space. So start paying attention. Okay. All right.
All right.
Just take a sip. It's so much talking, it makes me so dry. Oh, thanks. Thank you, honey.
All right. Terry says, I asked my Roz, just need clarification. Will Joseph and I get back together?
I heard yes right away. So, you've done a lot of work. You've done a lot of the right work is the best way to put it, okay? Be patient. That's what I hear to tell you. Be patient and give it time. Okay? Thanks for the gifts, you guys. All right. Well, I'll tell them a little bit now because we've been in for a while. So if you guys are looking to book a reading with me, I have a Linktree at the top of my TikTok, also on my Instagram, where you can book directly from there. I'm also on YouTube, and I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys would like to subscribe on my YouTube there, that would be great. I'm going to go live as soon as I hit that 1,000 subscribers, okay? And as I said, I'm on Instagram, so feel free to come and follow me there as well. All right. Thanks for the gifts. All right.
Anna asks, will I rebuild my life the way I want this year? Thank you.
Yeah, so this is a big foundation year for you, okay? And I've seen this a lot for a few people, that it is a year for us to work on us. And you've done that already. So this is about setting yourself up for success. And what I'm hearing for you is 2022 is going to be a little bit slower. 2023 is going to be an incredible year. And 2024 is your shining year, okay? So what I mean by that is the things that have been going on in your life, you'll never have to experience again. Those negative, low vibrational things by 2024. Okay, so work on yourself, focus on you, and don't let anybody get in your way is what I need to tell you. Okay. Aw, thanks guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Miriana asks, are my husband's investments going to pan out?
Yes, I feel there's a bit of panic there, and I know that a lot of it has to do with like the up and down of the market. What I hear is leave the investment, don't panic, give it some time, and it will be a successful thing for you. Okay, you guys are gonna have the abundance you've been seeking. Okay. Oh, bless you. That was a cute sneeze.
All right. One moment.
Mm-hmm. And I saw you were messaging there, so.
Yeah, someone just missed their reading, so I told them that it'll be posted to YouTube.
Yes.
All right. Candy asks, will Daniel propose this year? Thank you.
So I do feel that there is a proposal around the corner, but it feels later in the year, so it's going to probably be more around Christmas. Okay. But yeah. Definitely a good vibration. Thank you, you guys. Oh, so generous. Oh, thank you guys. Really. All right.
All right. Teola asks, will I ever conceive a child? And if so, when?
Yeah, I do hear it's going to happen. It feels like it's within the next 2 years for you. Okay, honey? And you may need some intervention, so you may need some medical help with it. But I do see that you will have. Okay? So breathe. It's okay. It will happen. You just need some help.
All right.
Okay.
Katie asks, will I do readings for others once my spiritual gifts blossom? Thank you so much.
Yeah, honey, I'm going to tell you, you are already well enough that you can start now, okay? You can't maybe do it at the level that I'm doing it right now, but start giving readings to people, start offering it because you are talented enough, okay, honey? And I'm going to tell you, like, this is definitely a big part of who you are and what you're supposed to be doing. You're also a healer as well, so they show me the hands, which means you should probably learn Reiki if you don't already have Reiki under your belt, so that you can help people with energy healing as well. You're meant to help people with grief and loss as well, I hear. Okay, so, and I don't know if it's because you've had a lot of grief or you just understand how to heal from it, but that's what they're telling me. You should be focusing on loss and grief for people as that healing process. Okay.
All right. Bree asks, will I be moving back to my apartment with my girlfriend?
Yeah, I do hear that is going to happen. Again, it's a matter of being patient and letting things happen the way that they're supposed to happen naturally, okay? So you can't force the situation, so just give it a little bit of time, okay? But I do hear it will happen this year.
All right. Could you just remind people not to spam?
Yeah, please just ask your question. Give me a few minutes. If I haven't responded, feel free to ask again, but don't spam me, okay, guys? Because I get a lot of questions, and then the screen just moves really fast, okay? Aw, thank you, honey. All right. I love the crown one. It's so cute. Thanks, guys. Okay.
Uh-huh. It just goes so fast.
I know, it's moving fast. Well, I'm going to take a sip then.
All right. Diana asks, will finances and me getting the grants and loans to pay for this college semester work out?
Yes. Yeah. You have a lot of support from the other side too, I hear. So it is going to all fall into the alignment you're looking for. Okay, honey? So don't stress too much about it. I know it's hard sometimes when we're thinking about all of the things that are going to come up financially for us. And we're like, how am I going to have this money? But I do feel that there is going to be the support there. You're not going to be struggling that way. So breathe and let it happen, okay?
All right. This person says, hi, Tracy. Will I get a new job offer in January for a new company?
I do feel that it is going to happen. You do have the opportunity to stay. I feel like they're going to try to make you stay or try to get you to stay, but I feel that it is time for moving on. Okay, so take the opportunity when it comes. All right. I feel like it's already kind of been happening. So they won't want you to leave where you are, but it's definitely time. Okay.
All right. Jessica Gonzalez 346 says, I've had several family members die in 2021. Anything from them?
Yeah. So, honey, you're a bit of a medium, which means that you can actually feel spirits, and they have been around a lot. And I feel like your space has been crowded and very loud. So, start being a little bit more receptive to that. You talk to them. You already do talk to them. They all hear you. And the main thing I hear is that you're not letting yourself hear them back. Or you're not letting them express back to you, because there's a part of you that's like afraid or shy about it somehow. So start writing down your experiences and start paying attention, because it feels like they're communicating quite a lot, and a lot of them come to you in dream time. So that's where they're doing most of their visiting with you, because you're comfortable there. Okay, so meditation is a nice, easy way to communicate with the other side. What I would suggest you do is, there are specific ones. I feel like there's 2 specific energies around you that are very strong and have been with you, trying to get your attention. But take a photograph of the people you want to communicate with. Look at them until you feel connected. Put the photo down and get into a meditative state and pull them up in front of you. That's going to help you to really build that relationship and allow them to come through in your everyday life, waking life after that. Okay. You have to get more calm and relaxed about it, because there's a part of you that's not letting the energy come through the way that they want to. Okay. Thank you so much, you guys. Wow.
All right. Danielle asks, am I currently pregnant? If so, boy or girl?
I do feel that there is an energy around you. I'm not sure that you're pregnant yet, but I do feel like it's going to happen like this, like imminently. So I do feel that you're going to have a boy. I hope that's what you want. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, honey. Did you remember to set your timer?
I did,
okay.
Yes. We have 8 minutes left.
Okay. That went fast.
All right. So my, that's very loud. All right.
Interesting music.
Katie asks, when will I have another child? Thank you very much. So many Katies today.
Yeah, I hear 2023, honey. Okay, so it's not this year, but next year for you. Okay, and it's definitely going to be a healthy pregnancy, healthy baby. So no stress or worry there. Okay.
All right. Goes so fast. All right. Marquita, which is a very nice name, asks, do my grandma and grandpa visit me?
I don't feel your grandfather as much, but your grandmother, yes. And it's interesting with your grandmother, her energy. I mean, she's showing me like doing something with her hands. I don't know maybe it's knitting or something like that. And it looks like she's doing something, cross-stitching, something like that she's doing with her hands. So it's just her way of validating it's her. Lovely energy. And the way that it feels, it's almost like motherly to you. So she's very motherly around your life, basically. So she's watching over you, honey, and she keeps telling me that you don't really ask for help, but if you ask for help, she'll help you. So start asking for specific help and give her permission to help you. We don't realize that we have to give permission to our family members to give us help in this life. So say to her, Grandma, I want you to help me to find happiness. I want you to help me be financially stable, and I give you permission to do that. Because the law of free will here, they can intervene, but they want to help. Okay, and she feels very helpful and very family oriented, honey. So she's, very, very much focused on the family. Okay. Thank you so much, you guys.
All right. Winand or Winand asks, do you have some love life guidance for me?
Yeah, you've had some difficulties with relationships is what I'm hearing. And honey, it's this year is really about you focusing on healing those old wounds, okay? And letting go of past traumas. You do not have to continue to have relationships the way that you have been having them. And I do feel that if you're in a relationship now, it's not lasting. I feel like your relationship, your soulmate is coming into your life in the summer. Okay, so they're coming in later this year, and honey, you got to get ready for it, because if you're not ready for it, it's going to be postponed until you get ready for it. Okay, so really work on healing those old wounds and letting go of your past people, past relationships that are holding you back. Do that just through meditation. You go in, you check in, see who am I still hanging on to, and you let them go. Right? I take them out. I just stick them up into source energy. You've heard of cord cutting. I don't do the cord cutting thing, because then they have nowhere to get their energy, so they just come back and find you. So I unhook them and I put them up into source. That's the easiest way to release people. Okay?
All right, next question.
Yeah.
Native Mommy 35 asks, the water comes on randomly at work and home. Is there a loved one present or just a coincidence?
It's not a coincidence. It doesn't feel like a loved one. It does feel like it's a spirit that has followed you. Again, you have a very high vibration, honey, and you can feel, and like I feel almost like sometimes they play with your hair, they touch you as well. So just know that it's because you're open and receptive. It's sort of like if you're walking down the street and say a medium or a psychic saw you and they could tell right away that you can feel spirits, the spirits can see that too. And this spirit feels like they followed you home. They're trying to show you they're there. They do want to communicate with you. It does feel like a female energy, and it doesn't feel intrusive or negative or low vibration. It's definitely a high vibration, somebody who's just trying to get your attention and try to communicate with you, okay? So don't be afraid. The name Sally or Sally, I think it's Sally, comes through. So, all right.
All right, this person says, I'm Maggie. Please, I need an answer. Will I get the loan? I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. I do feel that you're going to get the financial support you need. I don't know if it's going to be the loan that you're thinking though. So it does look like you are getting a surplus of money coming in, but I'm not sure that it's coming from the loan, honey. So it might be, you may have to get creative is what I'm hearing. Okay. That's okay. You're going to get the money you need. So don't worry about that. Okay. Picture it, see it. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Just see yourself getting what you need. All right.
All right.
Okay. Yep.
Someone asked if you offer mentorship.
Yes, I do. So as I'm about to take a sip,
Sorry.
I will be doing my mentorship program. I will be announcing it when it's ready to go. But yes, I will be doing mentoring with people. And what I will be teaching you is, one, how to navigate your life in a more conscious way, but also how to tap into your own psychic abilities. And I do provide a reading with the mentorship monthly as well. Okay? Now I'm going to take a sip. All right.
All right.
And I will say too, with the mentoring, I'm only going to be taking on about 3 or 4 people, so it will be limited. All right.
All right. Tabitha Oakley asks, will my living situation change this year?
Yes. Oh, thank goodness. So it's not going to be at the beginning of the year. I do feel like it's more towards the middle end of the year, but it's definitely going to improve, and you are going to see, you're going to feel less stress. I feel like the weight of the world is off your shoulders. So it's definitely going to be a better situation. I do feel that you are still going to need some help getting into that. So ask for the help that you need, honey. Don't be prideful. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid to ask for the help you need. And I do feel like somebody is going to help you get into a better situation, okay? Lots of stress that you need to let go of, right? Okay.
All right. Nabila Syed 5 asks, hey, any messages from my dad?
So I've been watching over you is the first thing I'm going to say. It does feel like he sits on your bed. So I don't know if you've ever noticed the pressure change at the lower end of your bed, but I do feel that he does sit there. He tries to communicate with you, and it feels almost like long talks, like I'm trying to communicate and have a talk with you. And it's very supportive. So he feels very good and very supportive. There's no judging or anything like that. It's just like, I want to help you. And he tries to help you with your thoughts, to help you clear them. I do feel or hear that you should be writing your thoughts down, because you get all muddled. And so it's important you write how you're feeling down, okay? He's there to help support you in that. And it's really about your emotional well-being is what he's focusing on. So he really is trying to help you that way, okay, honey? Really proud of you. You know, we sometimes feel like once they're gone, we can't feel them. But I do feel that you do sometimes sense that he's there, and you do know when he's there. It's just that you question yourself and you doubt it a little bit. So ask him for specific signs. You know, you can say whatever you want. Open the door, turn on the lights, flash the light, whatever you want. Okay? And they will do it. Thank you so much, honey.
All right. Megan asks, should I trust my feelings? Please and thank you.
Yeah, your intuition is bang on is what I'm going to say. And you know that because when you don't listen to it, it always ends up biting you in the butt. So please do trust it. What I hear for you, honey, is this is a big year of change. Okay, so be prepared and ready for that. And I would get something for grounding. So get some tourmaline, some obsidian, or some smoky quartz, or something that's going to help with your grounding, because a lot is changing this year for you. Okay. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. One second. Okay. Sarah asks, need some guidance. Will Kenny and I have a committed relationship? When? Really like him.
So the thing is with Kenny, he feels very scared to be committed. And I think it's mostly just his understanding and his feelings around relationships. He's not very good at them, to be honest. Okay. So you've got to get okay inside of you. Don't worry about where he is. And I do see that you do like him, but I feel somebody else is going to come in before he has the opportunity to or the mindset to get where you need him to be. So he's not getting there fast enough just because he's got a lot of anxiety around relationships. Now you can be patient, and if you want to wait, you can wait. It's not the end of the world, but I do feel that somebody is going to step in before he takes that opportunity, and you are going to have a relationship with somebody else if he doesn't move faster. Okay, so just be ready for that.
All right, this person says, "Hi Rebecca, hope you're well. It's Annie from South Africa. Will I be able to handle my promotion this year?"
Yeah. It's about time for you is what I'm hearing. And, you know, you are surrounded by people who are going to help you with your training and coping with the situation. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of load given to you is what I hear. So there's going to be a lot more stress, but you are a very strong individual and you're very capable of handling it. So don't worry about that. Okay, you're going to have the support that you need, which isn't always the case when you get into those supervisory positions, but I feel that there is a lot of support for you in this situation. So don't worry about that. Okay, honey. And I do feel it's going to happen relatively quickly. So it's imminently coming.
All right, that's time.
Okay, and thank you so much for the gifts. Yeah, find one more question. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me today, and thank you so much for the gifts. If you do want to book a reading with me, just go to my Linktree, and the booking link is there. It is first come, first serve. I'm also on YouTube and Instagram. So if you guys want to follow me on those two platforms, that would be awesome. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers for my YouTube. So I would love for you guys to come over there and help me out with that. Also, I do post my lives on there afterwards. So if you do have anything that you want to, or if you do want to hear your questions afterwards, that's a good place to go for that. Okay.
All right.
You have another question? Yeah. Last question of the night.
All right. Dana asks, "Is my mother really in heaven, and is she okay? And does she visit me?"
Yeah, she visits you a lot. And yes, so the way that I've seen the other side, and the way that it feels, it's like you just return to love, light, source, right? It is heaven, 100%. There is so much peace and so much love and so much joy there that that's all you can describe it to be, right? When it comes to your mom, honey, it feels like she does talk to you. So I do hear her trying to talk to you. She gives you a lot of inspiration. She is those thoughts that come into your head that you're like, where did that come from? That's her. And that's just you being able to hear her subconsciously, psychically speaking. You're very intuitive, and I feel like you definitely have an open third eye very much. So communicate with your mom more, because she's the one who's claiming these inspirational thoughts. Keep a record of them, because it's going to help you to really identify when it's you just being, your creative self, or when it's her coming and talking to you. Okay, so she also tells me that she puts her hand on your shoulder. So she does, there's like a pressure. I almost feel like and she stands there sometimes just touching you on the shoulder. Okay, so she's around. And she's well, and she is definitely mobile and healthy and able to be a part of your experience still. Okay. All right. And that's it. Thank you so much, you guys. It has been a pleasure, and I will be back on again in a couple of days. Again, if you can follow me on my Instagram and on my YouTube, that would be amazing. And I will post this video once it's uploaded. Okay. See you guys next time. Bye.